States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I have mine.
I have mine too, Jordan.
Alright, pending issues, August 15th, 2024, volume 112, page 125, minutes of August 13th.
So move.
Second.
Roger?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
Fred?
Yes.
Page 126, bills.
Move to pay.
Second.
Fred?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
Roger?
Yes.
Page 127, additional appropriation, this should be for the second half, real estate settlement for Logan County.
So move.
Second.
Fred?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
Roger?
Yes.
I have a note down there, Ada Area Chamber called yesterday inviting you guys to be a part of the parade. Lineups between 8 and 10 a.m. on the 21st. I put her number there, that's Jill's number. She said there's also, if you just wanna fill out the form and mail it in, cause there's another co-director or organizer that's doing all that.
I'll
Do
get
you have any way to take care of that for us, Fred?
I'll take care of that. Who wants to go?
Don't.
I'll go.
I don't think I will be here.
No, I think you're on.
Yeah.
I'll go. I'll just meet you over there.
Yeah. I can drive with you.
Good. You're good at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll sign the two of us on.
Do you have anything else, Tori? Okay, I think the next thing we have is 11 o'clock.
Yep.
The ditch hearing.
Yep.
Steve Nasser? No, he's canceled, he came Tuesday. That's who you wrote in Tuesday, remember I had a different one on the door than what you wrote? Alright.
Okay. Well, I have some other things I'm going to do.
I'll be over here later on.
Sounds good.
Tori, I will be a phone call away if anything comes up.
Okay.
Give me a call.
I'll be upstairs.
Have a board hearing today, do you?
Can I check the air conditioning?
Oh.
Sure there's no leaks.
Okay. This is an unusual morning. Oh, we gotta sign the bill
Yeah.
first, Jim.
Tim?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Almost forgot that.
So the Wolf Ditch 1134 hearing, what is that about? Can you give me the background?
There's been a petition filed by landowners out there for improvements and placing a ditch on maintenance. It's in Goshen Township. We had the viewing a while back, and now we're going to have the first hearing. The county engineer will submit an estimated cost, and we'll take testimony and then determine if we want to proceed with the ditch project or whether it doesn't meet the qualifications and we will terminate the bid.
Okay.
This is Roger?
Okay, that didn't take long, did it?
No. Be honest with you, I found that they were in the snow. So I found out just we'll get it.
Right, I didn't know if I could ask a few questions about your
Pretty
fund.
much self-explanatory.
There's no key for the colors.
Mm-hmm.
There's no key for the colors that are in there.
Oh, okay. Basically, green is, the fact that, that's
What you
I
have.
told Yellow. Yellow is now like a work in process, it is.
Okay. have.
I went to the Multnomah County
Yeah.
Jail meeting in Marion.
And then I have one more question about the,
What else?
But again, if you look.
Let me think of something else. You guys had something, you have something for
yeah,
yours?
I just wanna confirm.
So, for the record, it'd be, but.
So kind of like the county budget that you guys just did.
County jail didn't have
Percent
anything
per
specific,
population?
or Multnomah County.
Is that how you figured out? how
Regular
much?
meetings, and then like the church and stuff.
So,
But
So just put, no,
About the
that should
48
be the
starting
report from
slide,
the multi-county jail meeting.
Correct.
to the-
Okay.
Oh, so
Then the
this is,
usual
so
meeting.
these
Yeah,
different.
so
and-
pay
and
bills,
listed
pay
out
payroll.
and-
I will actually be interviewing
Oh, this is what they requested?
the sole surviving member of that family tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Has the flag been received? Or
Yeah, it's right there in the bag.
Right there in the bag?
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay. But I will be interviewing her tomorrow to get some more background information.
So like
Uh,
it's pretty self.
if, once the flag is
It's always
displayed,
nice to have
thinking maybe
personal
get
touch
a
to
picture
it.
of that.
Yeah.
Or,
You've got that.
Well, no, I mean, to
And
confirm and to
try to
have a
find,
conversation
try to dig up as
about
much
it is always
information as I
nice.
can.
touch.
Gotta find some archives, obituaries, that kind of stuff to kind of get enough background information. So I'll be working on that. That's
Okay, yeah, we'll be ordering a display case for that.
Okay.
How long it'll take to get it.
Hey, Roger. So I saw in that, ARPA money that you had the, so you kind of 500,000 pending for the fair, which is for fair infrastructure. So that 90,000 is what's coming out of that fund.
Yes.
And then you have to have all that allocated, right, by the end of the
Yeah.
year. So they'll have to, how do you get that to their board within the year's time if they're not gonna be building or
We
anything?
don't know that yet. Tim, I'll find out what the expenses are this year first.
Right.
See what carry over.
Are you interested in doing any other sewer projects other than up in the fair? You know, so.
If someone presents something, we consider.
Yeah.
I
We're
gotta
not going out looking for
go
problems.
make
But
the rounds at
What about,
municipal.
did you guys
I gotta go
do some
Okay.
money for the
uh,
sewer pipe out here?
and grab some things and
Well,
head down to the basement
so
and grab some things. And
Yeah,
then
11 o'clock will be the ditch hearing.
Yep, ditch hearing,
And
and then
then 1 o'clock's the ribbon cutting, if you wanna be there.
yep, I'll be there for the ribbon cutting.
5 o'clock is the open house at Soil and Water
Yeah.
on Kohler Street.
I will be in Ada.
Oh, okay.
I got the
That's
AC
a
at 5.
big meal, they can do cooking bratwurst and everything.
Wish I could, but I got an Ada
That's a
store
really
right
great
Well,
now.
I'd say we'd save you one, but I can't guarantee that.
You don't have to. So yep, I'll be back at 11. Try to get to the ribbon cutting at 1. And
We'll be over in Betts Hall at 11.
all right. Yep.
Tim, you guys are all done with the small box?
Yep.
Not much of anything in any box today.
Not much going on today. Ribbon cuttings and ditch hearings.
Good morning. I'm just gonna wait till you're done with all your normal morning paperwork and then we'll,
There's only like 2 of them.
I know. But just for the record, just to make it consistent.
it's not adjourned.
No, I know, but then technically it's still open. That's the hard part about, but there's no quorum, there's only one person. So it's like technically, if I leave, they can come back and do business without me. Without the public. Well, technically,
All day.
no, technically they're not allowed to do that, because if it's not on the agenda, then you've not given 24-hour proper notice.
24-hour proper notice is only for special meetings. We have a set at the beginning of the year, the reorganizational meeting, Tuesdays and Thursdays, that's announced, that's known. In the sunshine laws, 24-hour notice is only if we hold a special, different day, different time meeting. Then we have to give you 24 hours notice.
Yeah, but I think there's still a point in there of having things on the agenda. Because the whole point of having an agenda is that you're giving the citizens 24 hours notice of what is going to be talked about. So if you have impromptu things, there's a certain procedure to add it to agenda, but it's just a.
I've done the agenda for
Look, I'm not
over
gonna-
20 years.
I'm not
It's
gonna
me.
argue, I'm not gonna argue with you. You guys do it the way you wanna do it. I'm sitting here debating whether it's right for me to leave, because it's still an open meeting.
It
So whatever
absolutely
you
is.
guys do is you.
That's totally up to you. That's for you to figure out, it has nothing to do with us.
Michelle, you're welcome to stay all day if you want.
You can just have a seat and enjoy yourself.
It's customer service. That's what it is. So,
We're open all day. It's your decision.
We will not be here all day because we go other places for ribbon cutting.
no, I know. I mean, I realize you guys aren't interested in that nuance, but I'm just saying, it's unfair if I want to be present when the commissioners are making official decisions, that I'm under the assumption nothing is gonna happen for the next 2 hours.
Well, why are you under that assumption?
Because
It's an
they
open
said-
meeting all
No,
day.
no, because there's nothing on the agenda, and they have said they're
It
not
has
coming
said-
back
It
until
says
1
right at the
o'clock,
bottom of the agenda, subject to change at any time.
and that's
And
not
you have to
right.
read everything.
That's not right.
Why not?
Because
Why isn't
that-
it? It's an open
Because
meeting.
it's not 24-hour notice of.
You
Michelle,
don't need
Michelle,
24
Michelle,
hours if it's
listen,
not a special
yeah.
meeting.
You're welcome to stay all day. We are open, I'm in the courthouse. You
That's
are
what I'm
welcome, that is
saying.
your opinion what happens. That's it.
The only time you need 24-hour notice is if it's a special meeting. Maybe you should read your sunshine laws again.
Well, we'll see in the coming times.
So this is the preliminary hearing today. I'm gonna read a report, talk about a couple options that we got worked up, and ultimately the commissioners will either approve or deny the project, deciding whether we proceed or not. So, everybody should have a report and three different maps. And I gotta read a whole bunch here, and then I'll talk about the individual parts and the costs associated with each option there. So, upon the completion of the viewing for the Wolf Single County Ditch, number 1134, it is the opinion of this office that the improvement is necessary for the following reasons. The existing tile is plugged through the woods, causing the water to back up and ultimately boil up and run across the top of the ground. By replacing a part or the entire tile that has been petitioned and placing the structure on maintenance, it will provide the benefiting landowners with a guaranteed maintained drainage improvement. Also, placing the ditch on permanent maintenance will keep the ditch up to its optimum operating capacity and spread the financial burden to the property owners who drain into it. There are approximately 731 acres of land within the watershed, and if all benefits were equal, the rate would be approximately $175 per acre. That's for option number 1, or $82 per acre. That's for option number 2. However, it should be understood that the rate will fluctuate either up or down according to the benefits received from the improvement. To further clarify that, basically the closer the property is to the improvement, the more benefit they will have, and even the cost will be higher. Based on these rates per acre, it is the opinion of this office that the work that is proposed in this petition is economically feasible. Due to the fact that the majority of the watershed is made up of crop-producing land and residential houses, we feel that the public as a whole who drain into this watershed will benefit from the improvement because of the increased drainage capacity. If the existing tile remained unmaintained, the tile will remain plugged and the upstream landowners will be left with a plugged outlet. From our experience of maintaining over 397 miles of open and tile ditches, it is much more efficient to keep them on maintenance than to let them become dilapidated and then try to improve them. The route and termini for the improvement follows the existing alignment of the tile ditch. The section of tile ditch proposed to be placed under maintenance includes 2,300 feet of mainline tile ditch and 520 feet of lateral tile ditch. The project includes brush removal, tile replacement, and reseeding. At this point, there have been no filing for compensations of damages for the project. Some unfavorable factors that are to be considered are as follows. Although it is our opinion that the costs do not exceed the benefit, there are still costs associated with the project that everyone in the watershed will have to pay. At this time, no other unfavorable factors are apparent to this office. And that's all I'll read of that there. So if everybody can go to the third page of the report there. And one of the maps has got Wolf 1134 option number 1, and we'll talk about that one first. So option number 1 is essentially exactly what was petitioned. The blue line there is the main tile, and the red line there is the lateral tile. So exactly what was petitioned was to replace that entire section. So that's what the estimate, the top one there, I'll rattle down through there. Number 1, brush removal, a lump sum of $5,000. First 24-inch dual wall solid pipe leading through the woods, 780 feet at $23.50 for $18,330. First 18-inch dual wall solid pipe leading the lateral through the woods, 340 feet at $13 for $4,420. First 24-inch dual wall perforated pipe, 1,520 feet at $23.50 for $35,720. First 18-inch dual wall perforated pipe, 180 feet at $13 for $2,340. Install 2,820 feet of pipe at $11.50, $32,430. First install 4 breathers at $500 for $2,000. Running a core trench alongside the tile to catch any laterals. There's 1,500 feet of that at $1.50 a foot for $2,250. Plow out the existing clay, 2,820 feet at $1 is $2,820. Threw in some money for some miscellaneous tile fittings, $1,000 lump sum there. And seed, fertilizing straw mulch through to be the right of way through the woods there. 1 acre approximately for $3,000, bringing the total to replace both the main and the lateral entirely of $109,310. Anybody have any questions on that one? Okay.
Will I have to be bid out?
Yes, you have to bid that. Yep. Okay, everybody should have option number 2 map. And the colors are maybe a little bit difficult, particularly the purple there, but starting kind of at the hog barns there, working upstream, the purple line we're proposing to just maintain the existing tile there. On the main, the red, the bright red line there, replace that tile through the woods. The yellow line, that's the lateral, replace that through the woods. And then the blue line there, just maintain the existing clay tile. The reason we want to put this option together, the woods is the problem. It appears that this will solve the immediate problem and why the petition was filed. So that's kind of why we went on this option here. But so the cost for option number 2, brush removal will be the same as 1, $5,000. Furnish 24-inch dual wall solid pipe, 780 feet at $23.50, $18,330. Furnish 18-inch dual wall solid pipe, 340 feet at $13 for $4,420. Install 1,120 feet of pipe at $11.50 for $12,880. First install 4 breathers again, 4 at $500 is $2,000. Plow out existing clay tile through the woods, 1,120 feet at $1 for $1,120. Again, miscellaneous tile fittings, $1,000 there. seed fertilizer straw mulch, 1 acre at $3,000, bringing the total for option number 2 to $47,750. So, does anybody have any questions on that option? Okay. The third estimate you see there is the estimated value of the ditch. We have to have that because that's what maintenance collections are based off of. Ohio Revised Code lets us keep 20% maximum of that value in the maintenance fund at any one time. Nothing more, nothing, we can have less, but we can't have more than 20%. So I won't read down through all those, but effectively the estimated value of the ditch would be identical to option number 1 because it's completely brand new, $109,310. Any questions on any of that?
What's the total options we got?
$47,750. Okay, the front sheet of the preliminary report, has our other costs for mailing and the like. I won't rattle down through all those, but by the time we get to the total for option 1 after the extra cost is $128,073.20. Option number 2, $59,668.78. So, any questions on that? Okay, I think that's all I got. I think I've explained, if everybody understands what's been presented there. Like I say, option 2 was derived specifically because if it's fixed through the woods, we think that's the intent of the petition, so.
Okay. Well, I think since petitioners are here, I'd like to hear what your thoughts are on option 2 versus option 1.
I think for our purposes, either option will take care of the issue, and if it's less expensive and everyone doesn't want to go ahead, we're fine with option 2. Obviously, long term, it probably doesn't solve the whole issue, but we're fine with either option.
Okay, does anyone else have any comments, concerns, things they want the commissioners to know? You'll state your name and,
I'm Gary Wildhouse, most people know me as Jerry. So, what's the condition of the clay tile from the woods to the homeowners?
We don't know yet. We haven't done any site survey. That'll happen if it's approved today. We'll go out and probe the tile and inspect the tile, and then really come up with a plan for the final hearings. So it's kind of, obviously being underground, you can't look at everything, so we're not exactly sure yet. We know for a fact it's plugged through the woods though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And my experience has been, before that tile was, like most kind of tiles,
Yep.
each tile is broken into 4 sections.
Sure. Yep. Yeah, these tiles, I didn't look this one up specifically, but it's over 100 years old.
Yeah.
Sure. So.
So my thinking would be, yeah, it's gonna cost twice as much money, but it may solve problems down the road, prevent problems down the road.
Yeah, I would agree with that. We have a bunch of tile on maintenance that are repair, maintain, and Luke can attest to fixing, I don't know how many spots every year, and they're all the same. So I'll take a quote from my boss, kicking the can down the road is something that we're about to the point, I think it's time to probably start putting some more tile in the ground, replacing some.
Trent, I have a question. It's our job to decide whether to move this project forward or not today. Can we move it forward with both options still on the table, or do we have to choose one option over the other today?
I don't believe you have to pick one today.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously, whether it's approved, if it's approved today, we're gonna go out and do the same thing as far as preparation is concerned. The plan would be a little bit different, but we could come to the final with 2 options still.
Okay. First time I've had experience with 2 options.
Eventually, the 2 options could change, or there could be something final.
Yes, yeah.
I got a question. We represent the church farm, but when we was talking about the cheaper option, if that don't solve the problem going down the road, and you say you'll find out, but you don't know how bad that tile is.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't exactly know.
I mean, I think we better wait till you come up with something on the rest of that tile. I mean, that's my opinion.
Yeah, my opinion doesn't hurt to keep an open mind until the final, so. Something I did forget to mention, the brush removal specifically. That's something we've been liking the landowners to do prior to us showing up. By code, we have to submit the plans to ODNR, and they are sticklers when it comes to brush removal, and they're getting tighter every day. We actually just got approval back on 2 petitions that did involve any brush removal, and they went through the hassle of putting together recommendations on Indiana bat and mussels and yada yada yada. So the way we assess the brush anyway, whoever's land it's on, we assess 75% directly to them. So it's in their best interest to go ahead and remove that. We can turn it in that way, but there's a chance they come back and say, before you do this, we're going to require you to do these studies, which the last numbers I heard, these studies individually are about $10,000 a piece for a bat study and the like. So that's just something to keep in mind. We can't force anybody to do anything, but in the past that's worked nice. I know Bill, you guys took care of that brush on the Sanders ditch there, and you didn't have to worry about any of that. Went right through DNR, no problem. So.
Do you guys specify, and shed dog, do you guys have specified in there how far you want cleared off each side?
What we typically do,
25 feet each side of the center line, so 50 feet total.
Are you a representative from R&J or RAJ Land Holdings?
No.
Anybody hear from them? Cause I think the brush is on
right,
theirs.
yeah, right, yeah.
Nobody here that. Okay, that
And we can certainly have that conversation with them after the fact.
Are any other comments or concerns? If you want the commissioners to know before we. I would just like to have his, after he looks at that tile. Well, if we vote to move forward today, he'll have all of those numbers and all that information at the final hearing. Yeah, the only real difference whether we disapprove it here or at the final hearing is who has to pay the bill. You know, if we don't proceed after today, the petitioners have to pay. If we go to the final hearing, the watershed has to pay. Any other questions? Commissioners have any concerns, discussions?
Thank you for the analysis.
Do I have a motion on whether we proceed with this petition or not?
I would like to make the motion to proceed on both options, so we can figure out which is the dollar or what we're gonna do, so.
Sure. And I'll second that. We need to look at both options.
To get to the final.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call please.
Roger,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Brad,
Yes.
Okay, we will put the engineer back to work, and, once they have the final estimate, then we'll schedule a final hearing. You'll all get a notification of that. Okay, the hearing, it'll be here next holiday.
We'll likely wait, correct me if I'm wrong, Lou, we'll likely wait till the crops come off to go out there and do any real surveying. Means that we gotta locate that home main. So we'll work through the winter and get plans and stuff around. So I would think we'd be looking at springtime for a final. Just kind of a shot in the dark right now, so.
Okay, if there's no other, comments, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for coming today.
Thank you.
They just plow through them if you want to.
I'm hanging out for the public meeting, so I am no hurry.
Not all day, huh?
Technically. Technically. Not really. You never have all day. There's never free time. But
Well, the church, we were.
We usually get a little bit of argument there, but we really
I didn't grab papers earlier. Sorry. So are you done for the day? Are we coming back to
I
the
think we are done for the day. Tori,
shooting out?
she's back over to get her stuff. I don't know of anything else.
As far as the fair, the fair money for that ARPA, can you use that for the design and engineering of those buildings then?
We're not sure yet.
Oh, you're not sure yet?
Yeah.
Oh, on the stipulations of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once they have an idea, then we have to find out if we can fund that idea.
Right.
Or that portion of the idea.
Whatever happened with the big long, when did the big long building switch to the three smaller
When they
buildings?
got the price,
Oh, when they got, oh,
yeah, it was an astronomical price.
yeah.
Just was not feasible.
And then the reason they're doing the animal barns as opposed to like because I know a lot of other places have like the open pavilions or places for like gun shows, trapping
Yeah.
shows. You can't do those. Will you be able to do those kinds in the animal barns?
Yeah, because those barns will be made, the way I understand it, that they'll just, after the fair's over, it'll be just one big open building.
Oh, so all the
Anything
stalls
can
and
go in
everything
there.
can come down?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
all of the pens and everything will come out and get stored, probably in a corner of the building.
Yeah.
But the problem we have in Kenton is we have no infrastructure to support a big show. There's no hotels, there's no big restaurants. And when you're drawing 500 to 1,000 people to town, they've got to be able to stay somewhere and they've got to be able to eat somewhere. So
Right.
if we could get somebody to build a hotel, a really nice hotel, that would help.
Well, you gotta have land,
Yeah.
right? Gotta have land to do that.
Yep. Got to have an investor.
But if you can't have big shows, like how does the fair get revenue throughout the year? Because I hear that it's kind
Small
of
shows,
small shows.
small wedding receptions and auctions and camper groups that come in.
So will the new buildings help bring in revenue then if you don't have infrastructure?
And they'll be able to rent it out for storage also, RV and boat storage. They've got a lot of that now, but they can't handle like big motorhomes because they don't fit in the buildings. But they get a considerable revenue from rental space in the buildings during the winter. It's not a big weekend show, but it's, 4 or 5 months that they're getting rent for somebody parking their camper in there.
Right. Well, the other thing, parking a camper doesn't, if you had shows, then you could do the restaurants because then you have customers, so then the renting is not going to feed the economy of the town.
Not for the car shows, but what comes first, chicken or the egg? Do you
Yeah,
have
I
the
know.
hotel first, or do you have the shows first? And the shows won't come if there's not a hotel. Hotels aren't gonna come until they know they're gonna have customers.
No, I know.
Yep.
I know. It's
tough.
It is tough,
Yeah.
but it's a lot
I
of
thought
money.
when we had Amerihost, we had a good hotel, but, you know, that's gotten old, that's
Right.
not a draw anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all based on who's in the box first paying for I should note too, that besides our work, assumes the entire watershed, assumes that watershed endpoint will systematically tile. That's not true. I'm saying that, yeah, it probably will unfold, but it doesn't change. Sure. Yeah.
You guys normally have a truck.
Yeah.